Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Grevin coming to you from Chicago as usual. Good morning, you all. I hope you have a nice cup of coffee. We got a good one. Everybody sent this to me yesterday, but I was streaming something else. But before we get started, there's no better way to start the day than with a cup of coffee and a morning throuple.
I'm going to use Miss Fowler's word. She now is in a throuple. And not only does she choose to be in a throuple, and she's shacked up in the bed with the throuple. Now, if anybody thinks this is okay, I am in the wrong world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm assuming that's a yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
If you haven't hit like and subscribe, I just want you to know that you're hurting Jack's feelings.
Judge,
Thank you,
before you address Ms. Rockwell, I think Mr. Richardson has a want to address his bond order as well. Just whenever you do.
Okay, which one is it? The one he said was, which one, Mr. Richardson?
Good morning, Judge. He's in position 6. That is Jermaine Borigne.
This stands for the proposition that she'll.
On the first counter, Ms. Robinson?
Oh, it is the first counter.
Jermaine Morgan. Okay, go ahead.
Judge, I misspoke. I said that he lived in DeKalb County. No sooner I hung the phone up, his sister, mother, and fiance and son all called me. Say he lives in Fairburn, Georgia. They lost a home that they had in south side of Atlanta. I have an address specific that he lives there with his 72-year-old mom and his son who's in the 10th grade at Creekside High School. The address is, I'd ask the court, since he's on 24-hour ankle monitor, to allow him to live at that address.
So he
really is.
So he gave the DeKalb County address when he's booked in. So no longer going to live there, right?
Well, yeah, I think he was evicted or lost it as a result of the arrest.
Okay, that 24-hour curfew still applies. So I don't know. Have already signed that one, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she'll have to resubmit it with an amended bond order.
I
And
apologize.
what do we
Judge.
change then?
That's okay, Mr. Richardson. We'll modify that and file the change of address with the court so that we'll have it. Okay.
Will do. Ms. Williams, do you need me to type it into the chat?
You have to file something in the clerk's office.
No, I'm talking about just the address for her.
Okay, Your Honor, what are we changing on the bond?
Take out the 24-hour. Well, take out stay out of Fulton County because he actually is going to live in Fulton County.
Okay,
I don't believe it.
will do.
Well, she won't need the address. You'll just need to put in that change of address with the clerk's office so they'll have it.
I'll file the Odyssey. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Rockwell. Ms. Rockwell. Okay, Ms. Rockwell.
Hi, Judge.
Hey, go.
I like to wait till last because both of my guys are on bond. Am I last?
You're last. I knew you like to wait till last.
Can we address?
Which one first? You got Fisher and Q. Which one you want first?
Oh, I thought I had Troy Curb.
And Curb. You got Fisher, Q,
Okay.
and Curb.
Okay, and I don't have Miss Fisher on the line. But let me talk to you about Troy Curb real quick.
All right, hold on, Ms. Rockwell. Let me do it. 22 CP 209655. Troy Curb. He's charged with escape, $15,000 fine. What I got? Pre-trial.
On probation in Douglas for theft by taking. Probation just ended in October for possession of meth. Nothing further.
All right, Ms. Rockwell said he wants to remove the 24-hour curfew. Go ahead, Ms. Rockwell.
Right, and are you saying that he doesn't have any more probation?
No.
Or was
No,
there
that's not
some
what I said.
probation?
Mr. Curb, you're going to have to turn your camera on. You don't sit there in the dark when you're in my courtroom.
I'm blocked out, man.
I don't know why you're blocked out. Everybody else could use their camera, Mr. Curb. You got to figure out how to turn it on.
It says the host has asked you to start your. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a you
There
problem.
we go.
Don't talk. Go ahead, Ms. Rockwell.
Okay.
Now shut up.
And I was watching him the whole time in the truck. I was hoping he wasn't driving, so I hope you weren't seeing him driving while he was in his truck. So can I tell you a little bit about this case? But I want to ask Madam Probation first, or Madam Pretrial. Are you saying his probation is over in Douglas, or that was just one of the probations that was over?
Bostic.
That's Bostic. I can't hear what she's saying, Judge, if she's saying anything.
Just one.
Oh, he's got just one probation left? That's what I can't. Okay, anyway, let me tell you about him. He was in, this is a warrant for escape. He was in jail and got out on parole and was at a transition center.
I remember this.
And this, you know, these cases where you can come and go, and when you don't come back timely, then it's an escape.
Right. When you go but don't come. Go ahead.
Right. He got rearrested and then sat in jail for a couple of years. Mr. Kerb, wasn't it not in excess of 2 years?
He's not sworn in, Ms. Rockwell.
Okay. Well, I'll just state to you, I can swear him in if you have time, that he goes and finishes doing his time, and he's got this escape warrant pending for like 2 years and 7 months or something, and they never bring him back to Fulton County. Then he finally comes back.
Oh, spit it out.
In June of 22. And we got him a bond in September. So now we have an escape charge that's got a little age on it now, if you will. He's living now with his boss, and he's working. And he would like to, number one, move. So I sent you his new address, and I also copied Miss Porter on it. It's going to be in Lithia Springs. I would like to the court to allow him to move to that address. He's going to be continuing to work for his boss, but he was living with his boss, but now he's got a little,
kind of like you said,
a little bit of change, and he would like to move to Lithia Springs. But what he would also like is that he's very, very, very close to his aunt, and I promised him that after he had a little bit of a successful time on his ankle monitor, that I would ask for you to, I'm not going to ask you to take the monitor off, but I'm going to ask you to remove his curfew because he would like to go visit with his aunt. I'm not sure what the ankle monitor is for. It's not like he needs to stay away from anybody or anything like that. He is, I'd love for them to just hurry up and accuse the case, and we'll go in and probably get time served because he's got a couple of years under his belt. But anyway, that's my request.
Go ahead, Ms. Porter.
Your Honor, the state does not believe there's enough evidence to remove the 24-hour curfew. I believe that it was added in September. It's been like 2 months, and it would be the state's position that the current bond conditions are fine.
What do you want to do, Ms. Rockwell? Work?
He really wants to be able to go, and after he gets off of work, go see his aunt. Was actually the one that hired me. And she loves him, and I would bring her, but she's not a party. He would just, this escape happened a long time ago.
I remember, Ms. Rockwell, his aunt can't come see him.
Well, yeah, I guess she could. I mean, how long is long enough?
How about check back with me in January, Ms. Rockwell?
Okay, well, can I ask you if he could maybe visit? Can I just get you maybe with Miss Porter on a one-on-one basis, all three of us, 1 on 2 on 1 on 3, just to see if I can get special permission during the holidays, if he can go, see family, etc. And it's going to be some good, wholesome visiting. I mean, let me just tell you, he's living with his boss.
You're killing me, Miss Rockwell. You're killing me.
He's living with his boss.
If he wants to go see his family for Christmas, I don't think Miss Porter's a Scrooge. She'll probably make an exception for that, but I got to have a schedule. Okay. When he's going to go, the address he's going to be at. Now, that doesn't mean he goes tomorrow and stays till the 1st of January.
No, I know. And I'll get some, I like to reward good behavior.
I do too. So send me an order with the dates, where he's going to be, the dates he's going to leave, the date he's going to come back. And we can make it.
And I'll send it to Miss Porter also.
There you go.
And just see if we can maybe, okay, Mr. Carb, did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Figure out when you're going to go, Curb.
The only reason he's in the dark is because he's pulled over and it was light a couple of minutes ago, and I saw him in the car all getting excited for his hearing.
All right.
So, Mr. Carb, I will get in touch with you as soon as I get off. I've got 2 more issues.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Pugh.
Yes.
22 CP 209609, Terry Pugh. Possession of firearm during the commission of certain felonies, aggravated assault, criminal damage to property, possession of firearm by a convicted felon.
Judge, 6 arrests, still mathematically on probation for an aggravated assault in 06, 2 years confinement, 18 years probation, 06 XSC 44116, sentence in 06. Nothing further.
If I'm not mistaken, Ms. Rockwell, this is the one where he worked at the property, the alleged victim lived at the property, and you got some proof showing the alleged victim don't live there because you want to make an exception so he can go back and at least work there, right?
Well, I would love for him to go back and live there. Let me tell you who's there. All his cars, what's left of his dogs, because before the guy left,
don't say you hurt the dogs, Ms. Rockwell. Don't say you hurt the dogs. So the guy doesn't live there.
He does not live there.
Mr. Pugh, no, you don't talk. No, Ms. Rockwell does. Go ahead, Ms. Rockwell.
What I had sent you, Judge, was the lease, that he's the leaseholder. Somebody else owns the property. So what I filed was like an emergency motion to correct the bond, because you did tell me as long as dude isn't there, Corey Taylor, he could go back and work there. Now, Corey Taylor got evicted, as you recall, and that's why all the drama between them happened. And he didn't get shot. He just said that Mr. Pugh had assaulted him. Mr. Pugh didn't call the police fast enough. Our position was that Mr. Taylor had assaulted him. Anyway, so what can we get?
This is how it all starts, and this is the reason for the thumbnail. I mean, this whole bit makes no sense, and the judge can't make any sense of it. It's funny.
Because the ankle monitor company said the way that the bond order is written right now, he can't even go back and check on it. He can't go pick up the monies. He can't go fix there's a water leak right now at that property, and the water bill is in excess of $15,000. The water company said, if you can fix the water leak, we will do something about this huge bill. But he can't go back there because the ankle monitor company, you know how sometimes there's some thought that they don't really monitor. They say you cannot go near that property. So
what do you say, Ms. Porter?
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Corey Taylor this morning. He affirmed to me that this structure is his business, his place of business. He does not live there. It's his place of business. There's a house at the back of this lot where the defendant works. He has cars there, and I guess he's a mechanic. He works on those cars. Mr. Taylor also indicated that the defendant's family has come to the business, surrounded him to intimidate and threaten him, and he's called 911 on several times. And they've actually called his mother and threatened him as well. For that reason, the state is unable to consent to have the defendant return to that location because it does not appear the victim lives there. I spoke with him earlier today. This is his place of business and his employment, and that he's not been evicted.
So tell me how, if it's a place to live, how's that his place of business? That's what I'm curious about.
It's a rooming house.
What explained to me from Mr. Corey, and I didn't go on Google Maps to confirm any of this, it appears that there's a structure in the front that the victim, Mr. Taylor, owns, and then there's a house in the back of this lot where the defendant works on cars or does his business.
So Ms. Rockwell, she says the alleged victim actually owns the property.
No. I have I said that earlier, and Judge, it was with a different ADA. I can send the lease. I can send it to you and Miss, I'm sorry, Porter. Miss Porter, Jaslyn. I can send you a copy of the lease again. That should be in your email from a long time ago.
Ms. Rockwell, does the alleged victim own the building?
No, somebody else owns the property. Now, I wish Mr. Taylor would just have gotten on this hearing because he was the one that got evicted out of the property and has never come back to live there.
Let's hear Ms. Porter.
I have the victim on the line. He's unable to, he's a truck driver, so he's unable to log on, but I have him on the line. He indicated he does not own the property. He rents, so he has a lease and he rents, and there's a room in the back in which the defendant handles his business. This is what I'm hearing from Mr. Taylor, who's unable to log on right now, but who was listening.
Can I send you the lease and all that?
Where's the eviction, Ms. Rockwell?
Excuse me?
Where's the dispossessory?
It wasn't a formal eviction. They just said, you're not paying anymore, so you got to get out. It was one of those.
Is his stuff out? I mean, I want to let him go back there, but I got to see that the guy's not, that he's not staying there. There's no formal eviction. I got to see something.
Ms. Porter, does your victim at least say that he's not living in the house where he was living? Will he at least commit to that?
I'm not staying there. I'm staying at my own.
He has his own house. He works from this location. He said he does not physically live there. He goes to this structure to do his business, his trucking business.
Okay, Ms. Porter, hold on. Okay. If it's a rooming house, hold on. If it's a rooming house, Ms. Porter, what work is a truck driver doing at a rooming house?
One moment, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, the victim's, he said that he used to live in this rooming house. He moved out last year, and now he still rents a room where he handles his business affairs. So he does not live there. He's using it as an office instead of a residential location because he has a place where he lives.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of business affairs a truck driver has that they need an office?
Coming out surrounding the office.
I can ask him one moment here. Oh, okay. It's not just a trucking business. It's also a coffee house that he has in that.
Mm-hmm. Miss Porter, this is a rooming house. I'm not going to go buy any coffee at a rooming house. Who buys coffee at a rooming house?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm hearing this straight from Mr. Taylor.
So he's running a coffee shop out of a room that he rents at a boarding house.
It appears that he handles a lot of business affairs out of this room in the rooming house. I guess, Attorney Rockwell, Your Honor, if you wouldn't mind, we could try to work this out offline where we can.
Well, that doesn't really pass the Wiff test, Miss Porter. He's a truck driver. You don't run a coffee shop out of a boarding house?
Commercial property. It's a commercial.
He's saying that this is not a rooming house. He's saying it's a commercial property. But like I said, Your Honor, I did not get an opportunity to Google Maps this to confirm. I apologize.
Okay. Okay,
Hold on,
Terry,
hold on. Mr.
hold
Pugh
on.
is waving his hand. He's going crazy.
You're making me nervous, Mr. Pugh. Let me put you under oath. You're charged with a criminal
he's fixing to
offense.
drop some stupid.
And
Absolutely.
I'm trying the way I understood it. I'm gonna send the prosecutor and the judge a copy of the lease again for this structure. But I need to swear you in because I want to ask you about the structure itself and who actually lives in the house right now. I think Mr. Taylor says that he doesn't live there anymore. Okay.
But he rents a place to fill coffee out of it.
Is there a coffee? Okay, you're on mute, sir. Hold on, you're on mute.
Okay.
And hold on, you're not under oath. Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, or do you so affirm?
Yes.
Put your hand down, sir. State your full name for the record.
My name is Terry L. Pugh.
Okay. What is the exact Waters Drive arrest that you are trying to go back, fix the leak, take care of your clothes, your shoes, your cars, and what's left of your dogs?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Mr.
What is the exact address?
Just
2739 Waters Road, Atlanta, Georgia, 30354.
Is there a rooming house located at that address?
Yes.
Are you the houseman of that house?
Yes. I'm the primary man of the house.
Okay. Do you do all maintenance, etc.?
I do everything.
Okay. Mr.
Meals, everything.
Taylor says, okay, Mr. Taylor says that he did move out of that home last year. Is that also your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
From the owner and from the other residents?
Yes, ma'am. He haven't paid no bills.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't matter why he left or was asked to leave. Is he living there now?
No.
Is there some type of a coffee shop in one of the rooms in this rooming house?
No.
Okay. Are you certain that he does not have a room in this rooming house?
On my life.
Okay. And I'm not sure what the issue is about him at a different structure or where he works. Is there another structure near that place that he could be running a little coffee shop out of?
No. Am I able to? No. The problem is, am I able to speak?
I just don't want you to say anything that's going to hurt you later.
It's not gonna hurt me because I went downtown, and it's a situation that the people know downtown what's going on with these trucks these people getting, and they're not paying for it. I have evidence showing that he was renting vehicles. And
Mr. Pugh, that has nothing to do with this.
Okay. If he's got bringing trucks and we're not talking about that. We're talking about a rooming house, and I know there's a situation with the water leak. Give me the 30-second skinny. Tell the judge about the Atlanta Water Company and what's going on with that leak and the bill, etc.
Okay, the bill is $15,000. They're telling me that the water must be fixed before they can adjust the bill. I cannot go to the house. I can't get my vehicle. I can't get my clothes. I can't do nothing. I'm out. I'm just out. I can't see about my dog. I lost one dog already. It just, I'm in the blue. The man do not stay there. He do not have no business there. And that's all I have to say.
All right, Ms. Porter, like I said, something ain't passing the Wiff test with this coffee shop, whatever this person says. I mean, I looked up there on Google Maps what it is. It looks like a tiny little building. I don't know.
Ooh.
Judge, I'm gonna send.
She's looking up Google Maps.
I'm gonna send
That's
this.
all the lease. The lease is dated 2017. Looks like Mr. Pugh's resided there either in a back room or wherever since 2017.
Thank you.
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
gonna try to get that to her.
And
The
that's
state
Mr.
understands your position. I just spoke with Mr. Taylor, and that's the information I have from him today, Your Honor.
I understand. Mr. Pugh, I mean, I'll let you go back there, Mr. Pugh, but you got to understand there's still a stay away from him. So if he's there, when you go there one day, Mr. Pugh, listen, don't even. If he's there, you can't be there, no matter what. So that's fine if you go there, but like I said, if he shows up, I don't know, call 911 or something. You can't be there. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. I'll call the police when I go there.
But
Okay, Judge,
Ms.
Judge,
Porter,
can I do this?
no, it's like I said, something doesn't pass the whip test here. No, look, is this Corey calling on his iPhone? Because everything he said to you, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make
Judge,
sense.
Can I send you a bond order that what the bond order says now is that he's got to stay away.
I understand.
Judge, did you want me to admit Corey?
Good gosh, yes, but this ain't all night. We're almost finished. This is the shortest calendar we had, and everybody's ready to go. Plastic's gonna get grumpy.
Oh,
I had to put the R on the end.
as I'm done with my
Busting, yeah, Busting's gonna get grumpy.
Yo,
What?
but look at you being snappish. Who do we have left? Fisher?
Let's see. There he
That's
is.
the only thing we have left is Fisher.
Yeah, that last one.
Is that Renee's as well?
Oh gosh, yes. We'll give her 3 minutes.
Renee, you have a 20-word max.
Oh, and who is this on?
He's not connected. All right, Mr. Corey, Mr. Taylor, take yourself off mute. Raise your right hand. You swear a firm testimony about to get the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Take yourself off mute and say yes.
Yes.
What? You don't live there, so what do you do? Selling coffee? None of this made sense.
Okay, so basically, I have formed a new business there.
No, not basically, what do you do there?
Okay, I sell coffee online. On and phone had died. Yes, and I run a trucking company that I park 3 trucks across the street at the lot. That's connected to the building.
So you park trucks across the street?
Yes, 3 box trucks.
Okay. Well, then why can't Mr. Pugh live there? Your trucks are across the street.
So the trucks are connected to the lot. Terry Pugh, I had came to your office and filed a restraining order against him at your in your court before, and because he's known to walk around with a firearm and try to intimidate pretty much everybody.
Well, he better not have a weapon now. Period. Move on. I don't want to hear that. This isn't TPO time. This is bond hearing.
All right.
You don't live there.
Can I just find out if
Go
he's
ahead. Ask
living
him a
in
couple.
the rooming house?
Ask him a couple questions.
Mr.
Taylor.
It's Taylor. I'm sorry. Are you living in this rooming house?
I'm not physically living there. I physically live here.
Okay. You're not planning on going over there and fixing that leak, are you?
Yes, I go over there every day until his family starts showing up trying to intimidate me and make.
Okay. Sir, you're not planning on going to that house and fixing this big $15,000 water leak, are you?
There's no water leak, but if I knew of one, yes, I'll fix it.
Okay. You don't have a lease at that house, do you?
Yes.
It's your testimony that you have a lease at that residence where
I'm with the chat here. I don't think there's a water leak. I think they're using that water to for growing plants. That's all I'm saying.
So we supplied a lease already. Judge, would you please send that to Miss Porter?
Oh, hold on a minute. Why do you need to go there, Mr. Taylor? If you sell coffee, I guess you store it there. Why can't you go get it one day a week and let this man live there and work there where he's been living since 2017?
Because I go there every day.
For why? You're a truck driver.
Okay.
Because that's why I park my trucks and that's where the drivers go pick up the trucks.
All right. So you go over there, get out of your car and get in the truck, right?
Yeah, well, I go over there and I get in the office and I dispatch the drivers who come there, park their car there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me just understand this.
Miss Rockwell, where's the owner of this? Miss Rockwell, where's the owner of this building?
Miss.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I can't get everybody at one time.
Okay. Where is the owner of the building?
Judge, he's not on the line, and I can certainly get him on the line if we want to do a
bring him back next time, because I want to see, Miss Rockwell, who the owner is of this building, what he says. Because I ain't never in my life rented a place and gonna go repair a $15,000 water leak. That's ridiculous.
No. That's why I was asking Mr. Corey Taylor if he could please supply Madam Prosecutor with your copy of a lease to this 2739 Waters Road address.
Gotcha. The lease was signed by TerraPew as well.
Okay, but you've been evicted out of that lease.
I was never evicted.
Okay.
Whoa, hold on. Mr. Pugh signed a lease for you. Where is the owner of this building? That's all I want to talk to. Mr. Pugh, Mr. Taylor, what? Mr. Taylor, stop. Mr. Taylor, what day? You're not going out and hanging out over there. Can we get some sort of proof? Because if this is where this guy's stuff is and this is where he lives, then he needs to go over there. So you need to talk to the prosecutor and figure out a schedule when you'll be there so that Mr. Pugh can be there. Mr. Pugh, if that TPO is still in place that says 200 yards, 200 yards. Y'all got to figure this out. If this man's stuff is there, then he needs to go there. And I'm not keeping him away from his house. Heck, he was the landlord that wrote the lease for you. Yes, Miss Rockwell.
I just lost you, Judge. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Well, it doesn't make sense. Mr. Pugh wrote this thing, so Mr. Taylor, figure it out with Miss Porter. You can go over there twice a week. Whatever you need to do, you can do it. Or you find another place. I don't know. But this is ridiculous. This man can't go back to his house. If his family's over there threatening you, take a TPO out against them.
He has a one against him already.
Mr. Pugh, I don't care.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nobody cares, bro. That you went down there.
Mr. Taylor.
Okay, buddy.
No.
Okay.
So do that.
Chaos.
Mr. Taylor, reach out to Miss Porter, work that out, because this doesn't pass the whiff test with me, and I know my voice sounds like cornbread and buttermilk, but let me tell you something. I'm smarter than I sound, and this ain't even making sense. Not adding up. Makes no sense whatsoever. Figure it out. Figure it out before Wednesday at 5 o'clock. This Wednesday at 5 o'clock, so I can sign Miss Rockwell's order. Bye, Mr. Pugh. Bye, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you.
All right, what about Mr. Fisher? You want to go ahead and argue with Miss?
Yeah, yes, Judge.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Mr.
Pugh, you can sign out.
Bye, Mr. Pugh.
You can sign out.
22 CP 207-840. Nehemiah Fisher, aggravated assault with deadly weapon, possession of firearm during the commission of felony, theft by receiving stolen property. Pre-trial. She wants to remove the curfew.
No felony convictions, no violence, no DUI, and 05, nothing further.
All right, Ms. Rockwell, why does he want to remove the curfew?
Judge, she does have a young child. She is, as you know, without record, and it is a female judge. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry about that.
I think that her good behavior. I told her that. And by the way, this incident happened allegedly, right outside of her house. And so I told her that good behavior should go unpunished. And I told her that we would swing back around. She's been out for a little while. She was working for DFAX. She lost her job, and she's just, trying to get back in the swing of things, Judge. So she has been out for several weeks. Can you see exactly when she got out? I'm
So what does she want to why does she want to modify it?
Because she just doesn't want a 24-hour-a-day curfew, Judge. And
what does she want to do? Leave for work?
She would like to do other things other than just go back and forth to work. She does have a young child who's probably about 6 years old by now.
So she needs to take the child to school.
She wants to take the child to school. It's about to be the holiday. She's trying to visit with family, and she's I'm trying to do a step up with her, Judge. She hasn't had a hiccup because I usually get calls from, I know all those gals from the A&A All County Monitor, and whenever I have anybody that's messing up, they always call me and say, listen, so-and-so's messing up, and we're fixing to take them back to the courts. So I filed a motion to modify a little while ago, and I'm just asking.
She got out July 7th. Ms. Porter?
Your Honor, the state will consent to modifying the current bond conditions to include school transport and to visit family during the holiday season, but unable to consent to a full release of the 24-hour curfew at this time.
So transporting her child to and from school, if the child has medical visits, Ms. Rockwell, send us.
Can we do a 10 to 6? Can we do a 10 to 6, Judge? Curfew and all other things remain the same. And like I said, she doesn't really have to stay away because this happened like right out at her house, started in her house and finished outside the house allegedly. And there was sides between both parties. The my girl's the victim of another lady, and that lady is a victim of my girl. So she doesn't have to stay away from the incident location. I would just like all other things remaining the same, her to have no contact with her friend that was the alleged victim here. And I would also ask if the court would consider, I'm sorry, I think I'm getting sick, a 10 to 6 curfew instead of a 24-hour day.
Bostic, how many words was that?
Well over 20.
It's a nice way of saying get to the point.
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Weekends only medical and things for her daughter. Is her daughter?
It's a son.
Okay, thanks.
Tell me so I'll get this right. She can be out from 10 to 5?
10 to 5, Monday through 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So her curfew is 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. And on the weekends, it's 24 hours.
Except for work, right?
Okay, listen to me.
Except for work, right?
On the weekends that she has to work.
Wait a minute. So I don't do
Miss Rockwell, Miss Rockwell, here's what we're going to do. Tell you what. She can go court, lawyer, medical. She can go take her child to school. So necessary things to get her child from school to school and things of that nature. For work, as long as she applies the name of her employer, her schedule, and where she's going to be. And then turn over a schedule when she's going to go out of town for the holidays, where she'll be, she'll be there in the address, and she can go for the holiday.
Okay. And you said 10 to 5.
Nope, no, just 24 hours. Okay. I give her permission to do all she's got to do. Of course, she's going to have to. So, ma'am, if she goes to pick up her kid from school, she can go shopping 1 mile, within a 1 mile or 2 mile vicinity of her house. No reason for her to go up to Perimeter Mall and go shopping because I know she doesn't live there.
Okay. Because I told her, I said, you can't even go to the grocery store on the way back. Go back and forth. So
she can go to the grocery store, but she doesn't leave a mile outside of where she's at.
Gave a ruling.
Okay.
Put it in an order and shut your hole.
Write it up and get it to me, Miss Rockwell.
All right. Thank you so much, Judge.
Happy Thanksgiving, Miss Rockwell. You wore me down.
And the rest of us.
If I told you I was outside of the jail right now, the sheriffs came and checked on me, make sure I was okay. I guess they thought I was planning a jailbreak. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much, Miss Porter. I appreciate it.
Anything else, anybody? Bye-bye. Thank you, Miss Gandy. I think Miss Williams is gone.
Judge, that's showing your fastness. Everybody don't have places to shop within a mile of where they live, except for people who live in downtown area, fancy pants. If she lives in the outskirts.
Anything else?
Have a good holiday, Judge.
Judge,
And everyone else.
I'm gonna email you and Miss Porter so you can tell me kind of how to construct this. So I have
it's a mile within where, so she goes to pick her kid up. She can go within a 1 mile radius to get dinner. So, or get groceries or when she goes to work. Okay.
Okay.
Common
So she
sense.
needs to keep it kind of tight.
Right.
Kind of not all over the place, just very confined.
Have a good one, Your Honor.
Right.
Have a good one.
LT.
Enjoy your
Have a
time.
good holiday, LT.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Let me stop this stream.
Right.
All right,
Have
bye-bye.
a good one, everybody.
Oh, well, there you have it. I thought we'd never make it. Everybody sent that to me yesterday, so I just got what I could. I got what I could, and I had to squeeze it in this morning because I have a day that I don't know how it's going to break down yet. So it was a lot of fun, but that attorney was making me crazy, absolutely crazy. At the end, she again asked, so, okay, I'm going to email you to talk about how we're going to put this in the order. Oh my, the judge was clear. You got to draft that order and send it over. I know a lot of judges who would say, okay, if you can't understand my ruling, I'm going to start making it worse for you incrementally here because we all want to go. Oh, but it was good stuff. The guys operating a trucking coffee boarding house. Judge looks it up on Google Maps and like, I don't know, it's pretty small. That's a lot of stuff going on in a building that doesn't look like it's fit for any of those things. Oh, it's a good way to kick off the morning. I am surprised at how many I guess we have dog lovers. If you have a dog, you're up in the morning, whether you want to be or not. That's just the way it is. All right. Thank you all for coming out. I will see you soon.